Yeah, I'm very confident we can bounce back, mate. Obviously, easier said than done. They're a class team, but the way we started the series in that first game was more comprehensive than what they gave to us last night. So I think going into the second game, we're still full of confidence. We found it difficult. Our last 8 overs, I would say, of our batting innings, we found it a bit difficult, but I think the boys have bounced back. We're a fast learning side, so no, I don't think there's been a huge amount of wind out of ourselves, to be honest. Yeah, it was just execution on the night. I think a couple of times we might have got things a little bit wrong with the ball, and he capitalised by hitting him for 6. Whereas, say, when I was opening, I probably missed, like I said previously, missed out on 4 balls that should have gone for boundaries. So I think it's just a case of just making sure you kind of execute your skills extremely well. And yeah, he's obviously a star player. He's done that for Mumbai numerous amounts of times. So I wasn't surprised when I saw him kind of teeing off a bit, because everyone knows he's a star player. So yeah, good on him. Yeah, but what I learned was just to make sure I'm staying on my shots a little bit more. You saw with a couple of my reverse sweeps, I missed a bit. I was a bit out of position, and then rectified that during my innings. And it's just a pitch where you've got to pick your bowler. Unfortunately, the bowler that I picked got me out. Obviously, Washington was the guy I was looking to target when he came on to bowl. If that over had gone for a few runs, it would have kind of swayed the momentum of our innings quite a bit. So unfortunately, it was a calculated risk, but it didn't go my way. But yeah, it was a slow, tough pitch, and yeah, they made light work of it. Yeah, I think the whole squad's played a huge amount in the subcontinent. I think that's a huge benefit for us. Obviously, playing this 5-match series plus the 3 one-dayers is going to hold us in good stead as well. But we've almost learned enough already that we should be kind of capitalising on what we've learned in this series. But just last night, we made a few mistakes. So yeah, they are difficult, but not just as difficult as our spinners are to face as well. So it's all fun. Yeah, well, I just think the last year has been a huge learning curve. I think dealing with emotions off the field, with everything that's going on, with COVID around, with the bubble life, with all this kind of stuff that can really cloud your judgment and really make you overthink a few things. It's been a huge learning curve. So I feel, to me, that's behind me, and now I'm kind of looking forward to the next innings. Try not to look too far ahead of the World Cup, just on this series and the next game, to be honest, mate. I haven't seen him today. You barely see anyone kind of on the off days. Everyone's just kind of secluded in their rooms and stuff. But I think he's doing everything he can do to get himself fit. I'm sure he's a huge asset to us. And as you saw in the first game, bowling absolute rockets. So let's hope to wait and see. Yeah, I get your point. I get where you're coming from, and it's quite an easy stance to take from outside of these bubbles. I think the rest side of things is more coming to the mental side of things, the mental well-being of players. You know, this environment, we're only here for 3 weeks. The test team were away in Sri Lanka and here for 3 months or so, I think it was, or just under, wasn't it? So that is mentally extremely taxing on you, on your family, on your friends, everyone back home. So from my point of view, from what I see, is that they're just taking a mental rest. It's not physical, it's not anything, because you've seen the players can play and play and play, but this environment, this kind of bubble life is pretty demanding on yourself.